Hi, Dr. Angela Buckley here, and today I wanted to talk to you about the SCARF model of change management. And it is a model that was created by Dr. Rock, a neuroscientist, and his studies for resisting change. What do we want to talk about when we're talking about the SCARF model, and why is this important for us in manufacturing? Those of us who are operating in continuous improvement, those of us who are working with turnover, employee turnover, and understanding what we can do to get the highest quality product at the best price relative to the humans who are manufacturing that. And in change management, we often experience a resistance to change. And the SCARF model is one of the tools that we can employ in order to understand what is going wrong and how can we help the people who are being impacted by this change. So let's just start first by understanding what the letters stand for. So SCARF, S-C-A-R-F. When we talk about SCARF, the S stands for status. The C stands for certainty. The A stands for autonomy. R stands for relatedness. And F stands for fairness. I'm going to break down more about each one of these letters in subsequent videos coming up in the next week, but I really wanted to highlight the importance of understanding that when we are creating and maximizing and optimizing systems that are working with machines in order to make all of the great widgets that are impacting our world, we need to understand that we have to design for the human as well. Look forward to talking to you soon. Hey, good morning. Dr. Angela Buckley here, and today we're going to continue our conversation about the change model called SCARF. And today we're going to introduce S, which stands for status. Why is it important to understand what your employees are going to be experiencing relative to status when we're talking about the resistance to change? One thing that we understand is that everybody likes to really understand where they are in their workspace, and they're feeling controlled, and they feel like they know what's going on. And when they know, they feel confident and they feel good about themselves, and they feel that within their workspace, they have status. The problem that we face when we're talking about change is that often the change is made to them or for them and not including them, and they feel that they are losing a sense of status. They're losing some of the knowledge that is so important that gives them this status, perceived or real. It doesn't matter relative to us as a change manager, but it does matter to them. And in their situation, perceived status is what they are trying to hold on to. So our opportunity is to, one, understand what causes them to define status, and two, how do we help them navigate status challenges so that they can still feel confident and that they're going to feel like they are part of the change. I look forward to talking to you more about this topic moving forward. Good morning, Dr. Angela Buckley here, and today we are going to be talking about the SCARF model, and specifically we will be focusing on the C, which stands for certainty. Why does it matter that an employee feels certain in their ability to predict the future? We conduct annual planning situations, right? We plan our KPIs, we plan our budget, we plan our productivity, we try to anticipate what the markets are going to need from us because we need to be able to create a certain amount of certainty within our business. It is no different for that manufacturing employee. They want to be able to understand and be able to navigate life's challenges, and in this case, the changes that we're bringing about during the change management, whatever that continuous improvement project may be. They want to be certain that they are going to have a job, that they are going to be able to commute, that they are going to be able to support their family, and that they are going to be able to deliver within this. And when they have an ability to predict their future, that is going to be able to support their perceived status. So when we understand status and we understand certainty and how that impacts that particular employee through all of these changes, we are going to be better able to have those conversations with them as they move through all of the steps of a continuous improvement project. Good morning, Dr. Angela Buckley here, following up today on the A of the SCARF model, the SCARF Change Management Model. And we started with S for status, C for certainty, and today we're going to talk about autonomy. What is autonomy? What does it mean? And what does it mean for the employees when we're working through changes and with them, and how that's going to impact them? One of the most important things that we can do when we're talking about change is including the hourly employees, the salaried employees in the change process. Ask them what they are needing, what they're seeing, and what flexibility can we provide within that change that allows them to maximize their support and make decisions to optimize what is happening in their workspace. Autonomy has a lot to do with the freedom of making decisions, and the more autonomy that we can provide within a given framework, the more we will be able to engage with the people who are experiencing this change. Autonomy is frequently labeled as one of the top reasons individuals choose to stay at an organization. Conversely, it is also one of the number one reasons they leave. So the more that we can bring in autonomy into the day-to-day for our employees, the more effective they're going to be in working with you through this change. Stay tuned. We have 2 more days to talk about in SCARF. Good morning, Dr. Angela Buckley here. Today we are going to wrap up our sessions dealing with SCARF. We're going to talk about the last 2 letters in the SCARF model, R for relatedness and F for fairness. So we started with S for status, C for certainty, A for autonomy, and today we're going to talk about relatedness and fairness. And what does that look like for our employees? Relatedness is all about the relationships and how they fit into the world. And fairness is how fair do they perceive the situation to be. When we're talking about change management, many people feel that the changes that we're putting in place are not fair to them. We haven't included them. We haven't asked their opinions. We haven't taken into account what their day-to-day life looks like. And so they want and they perceive fairness to be included in some of the decision-making process. This is not dissimilar from autonomy, but the autonomy is all about talking about what they can do to influence their day-to-day in that day, whereas fairness is how fair is my workload compared to the person that's next to me. And relatedness is how does that relationship fit working together. So this is a little bit of very much a relationship type organization, type mindset that we want to be addressing, making sure that we are taking into considerations not just the facts, but also the emotions of the people that are working together. And this is one of the reasons why you see a first shift continuous improvement project be more successful than a third shift continuous improvement project, because their needs are different. And so their perceptions are different. And that influences how we want to walk through that SCARF model in order to get everybody on the same page and talk about how we're going to be successful and really keeping the long-term impact of the organization in mind as we go through this change management. If you have any questions on how to apply the SCARF model, please reach out. I'm here to talk.